Hey Canucks fans, welcome to another edition of Ask Me Anything. I am Canuck Clay. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, May the 15th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I've crested over the 8950 mark. That means I'm halfway from 8,900 to 9,000. And then once I get to 9,000, then I'm going to push for 10. So a long way to go. The plan is to get to 10,000 by the end of this calendar year. Let's see if I can get there. Okay, enough of that. Tonight, 10 p.m., join me for my weekly Sunday night live stream. Can't wait for you to join me right here. Talk about the Canucks, talk about Boudreau, talk about the NHL playoffs, whatever you want to talk about. Gordle and Wordle, of course, tonight as well. So join me tonight at 10 p.m. It is Sunday, so thank you for your questions that you submitted on my community tab. Let's get going right away. Hall of Fame member Smooth Groove says this: was there a notable Canucks player, past or present, that you did not like? Yeah, it seems like an easy one to go to, but I actually did not like Mark Messier. I didn't like him when he played for Edmonton. I respected his leadership for sure, but I didn't really like him when he played for Edmonton or Rangers, maybe because they beat up on us all the time. Then the whole circumstances of him coming to the Canucks, of him taking number 11 from the deceased Wayne Mackey, from the whole leadership rift between his guys and Linden's guys, it just didn't set up very well. And of course, his very underwhelming performance here in Vancouver. So if I had to pick one, I would pick Mark Messier. Jaskarin, thoughts on Bruce suggesting in an interview that we add depth this offseason if possible? Yeah, I like it. He should be talking like that because, he doesn't get to make the final decisions on personnel moves, but he's the one that is basically stuck, or he's the one resigned to work with all these players that we do indeed have. So of course, any coach would want more depth on the team, especially when it comes to injuries, long season, matchups, flexibility, all those type of things. So I'm fine with Boudreau saying something like that. I don't think it's a boat rocker or a rim rocker. I think it's perfectly fine for him to say something like that. Trevor, are there any changes you would like to see to Rogers Arena? Upgrading the Jumbotron to have it be like the ones in Toronto or Edmonton that display more information or just look better? Yeah, the seats don't bother me. The size, the wear and tear, the comfortability, the color. The seats don't bother me. But yes, actually, at Rogers Arena, you can't obviously just say bigger concourses because that's way easier said than done. Always would love food to be a little bit cheaper. But I think the biggest thing, I think the Jumbotron is fair. I think the actual sound system is still fine. I think the lights and projectors, everything, that's fine. I think the actual content of the games are fine. But yeah, Jumbotron would be a little bit nicer. It's I wouldn't say it's wasted space, but it was big back in the day. But then it got, it's small now compared to a lot of places, especially even the BC Place one. They use it better. So yeah, I would love for them to upgrade the Jumbotron, whether it's bigger, whether it's less wasted space or just more variety on there. I think they do a pretty good job already for sure. And I always love going to the games. But yeah, that would be one that I would not disagree with, Trevor. I lie. Leafs. Okay, so this is a funny one. I have to pick one or the other. Either the Leafs have had 6 straight first round exits, while the Canucks have missed the playoffs for 6 straight seasons. Well, kind of count the bubble in there as, they did make the playoffs technically. Had the Canucks been the last team eliminated from playoff contention each year, and the Leafs lost in Game 7 in each of those times, if you could choose, which fate would you rather have your favorite team suffer and why? So basically, we're saying, would I rather have the Canucks be the last team eliminated from playoff contention over 6 years, or would I rather have them lose in Game 7 in the first round each of those 6 years? Definitely, I think the worst one is losing in the playoffs. If you don't make the playoffs, you can get frustrated. You can get mad every year that you're not in the playoffs. But and then you might be saying, well, at least you're in the playoffs. You have a shot. But if we were predestined to know that we were going to lose in Game 7 in those playoffs, then I wouldn't take that. That's the worst, because you have a lesser draft position because you're in the playoffs. So now you're in the top 16, or as you say, the bottom 16 in the first round. And then you just have you get 3 or 4 home games, but you have the heartache of wondering what could have been, of being so close in your mind, but really so far. So I'm not just saying this because the Canucks are in that situation. I'd rather have the team not make the playoffs if you know you're going to lose in the first round in Game 7, which is heartbreaking. And then I'd rather then I'd rather build more assets through the draft. At least you have a chance to win the draft lottery, so on and so forth. Maybe that's a bit of a weird answer, but I just see kind of the heartbreak that Toronto Maple Leafs fans are going through, and I don't want that. Peter, do you think the way the Canucks have finished with Boudreau and bringing him back, does that give the signal that management will push for the playoffs next season? Or will they stick to their original plan and have the team at least within the age group of the 20s? I think you can do both, Peter. I think you can still push for the playoffs. The Canucks are a playoff team if you extrapolate Boudreau's stats. And then I can still think they can try and build so they make sure that their young guys are indeed locked up in their 20s. And you also say, do you think it's a big priority that the Canucks should find a top 4 right-hand D to play with Hughes? He's had Tanev, Hamnick, and now Schenn. Yeah, Schenn's here for one more year, but after that, I'm not sure if he's your long-term solution. So and Myers we know isn't. So if you can move one of Myers or Pullman, free up some money, yeah, I definitely think that you should try and find right-hand guy. I think we're fine on the left side with Hughes, OEL, and Rathbone coming up. Dermott can play both sides. I don't know if you want Dermott as a top 4 though. So yeah, I would actually try and go and find a right shot defenseman for sure. Riley, what would your reaction be if the Canucks won the cup? Wow, I was so close to that 11 years ago. I think obviously I'd be very excited. That's an understatement. I think I would vlog it right away, get my instant reaction when the buzzer goes at the end of that game, and then I would film my reaction. But I think I would cry. Like, I'm a 47-year-old grown man, but I have no embarrassment in saying that I'd probably cry out of happiness. I would probably run around and celebrate. I'd keep my clothes on for the good of everyone. But yeah, it's tough to say. I think, I like to say I don't get too high with the highs, too lows with lows, but I think I get pretty high with that high if the Canucks won. Yeah, so probably cry, film it, run outside, run around, and then we see what happens. Maybe go for treat all my best friends to sushi or something. Desmond, underrated Canucks players this season. I have 3. I think Luke Schenn was underrated just from, by definition, being the unsung hero. I thought that, I thought Tanner Pearson was a bit underrated or maybe underappreciated. I thought he had a good season before he got hurt. And I'd say Vasily Podkolzin as well was a bit underrated. Although he got some love. He got rated at the end of the season. But I'll go with those 3 guys, Schenn, Pearson, and Podkolzin. And finally, Tyler says, are the Canucks jerseys going to be the same next season? No, it sounds like, and the way that they've launched kind of the black flying skate for not only the Calgary game in February, but then 2 games at the end. My guess, and from what I've heard, is that the primary jersey, the Orca, won't change, but then the third jersey is going to change to the black skate, which would be the flying skate, which would be awesome. So that's what I've heard, and that's what I'm expecting to see. All right, Canucks fans, thank you for your questions. As always, leave your reaction down below to any of my answers, and join me tonight at 10 p.m. for my YouTube live stream, my regular Sunday night live stream. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And Advanced Seed Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, thank you. And thank you to Hall of Fame members Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. I forgot even to say that I went 2 for 3 in Game 7s. I got Carolina and Tampa correct. I did not correctly predict Edmonton over the Kings. And for today, I'm going with Pittsburgh, a bit of an upset maybe, and I'm going with Calgary. So those are my 2 picks for today. You can let me know your picks down below as well. If you made it this far, 9 minutes into the video, why don't you type because it's Sunday, because it's Game 7s, because it's live stream, and because Sunday fun day. It's kind of a goofy thing, but I hope you're having fun today, and I hope you're doing well. Let's type in Sunday fun day as our keyword. That means I know you made it to the end of this video. All right, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, leave a tip or super thanks if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade if you'd like to, and definitely leave a comment if you'd like to, and I hope to see you tonight at 10 p.m. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless on this Sunday fun day, and go Canucks go.